Hi there again. This is Dr. Moafi, a PhD in Applied Linguistics. I've been teaching since 1997. I taught many courses at different academic or institutional centers, and I've been engaged in also translation and research about my field of study, which is applied linguistics or English language teaching. Today's lesson is about pronouns. As you have actually followed my other videos, I talked about many subjects. One of them actually being pronouns, and I talked about the pronouns like the subject pronouns, object pronouns, or nominative and accusative pronouns, or even possessive pronouns. But today I'm going to focus on reflexive pronouns versus emphatic pronouns. Although their forms are the same, as you can see, myself, yourself, himself, herself, itself. This is actually the column of the singular forms of the reflexive or emphatic pronouns, and also the plural forms, ourselves, yourselves, and themselves. Although the forms are the same for both of these pronouns, their functions are different. Okay, by function I mean their meanings are different. Let me clarify my point. Whenever we have these pronouns from myself to themselves, whether they are singular or plural, if or when the subjects and objects are the same, as you can see in my examples, right? The subject I, as you can see, saw myself in the mirror. Okay, so I saw myself in the mirror. I as the subject, myself as the object, both of them are the same, right? So I saw myself in the mirror. Okay, he caught himself. He caught himself. Or the cat cleaned itself. Or we taught ourselves music, or we taught music to ourselves, another way around, right? So in or under the reflexive pronouns, we have this situation that the subjects and objects are the same. However, on the other hand, we have emphatic pronouns. The forms are the same. The functions and meanings are different. The subjects and objects are not the same. She, for example, in my example here, right? The first example, she herself ate the cake. She is the subject, but the cake is the object, okay? But why do we use herself? In order to emphasize that she did it, right? She did it. She herself ate the cake. Or another way of saying it is that she ate the cake herself. So there is a choice. It's optional to use herself, in fact, right after the subject or at the end of the sentence, like my second example. Both of these sentences are the same in meaning, in terms of meaning, okay? So she herself ate the cake. So she, the subject, right? And the cake is the object. They are not the same. Actually, we use the emphatic pronouns to emphasize. Emphatic, note the word emphatic, okay? Or the other example is the thieves themselves admitted it. They stole something, right? So the thieves themselves, they themselves admitted it, or the thieves admitted it themselves. You can use themselves, this emphatic pronoun, at the end of this sentence. All right. So another difference is that, here, if you don't use in the first column, if you don't use the reflexive pronouns, the sentence is not complete. I saw in the mirror. You're looking for the object. So you need an object here. The sentence is incomplete if you don't use the reflexive pronouns. But if you don't use the emphatic pronouns, right, the sentence is complete, but the meaning changes. This is another difference. You can say she ate the cake. The sentence is okay, right? Sankidori. But the thing is, when you use herself, actually you emphasize the subject, or themselves, you emphasize the subject here in the second example. So this is actually a recap of the differences between, or the discrepancies between reflexive pronouns versus emphatic pronouns. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.